Hey!
Hello.
Hello.
Wepa, everybody. Hi, how is everybody doing today? Happy Monday. Happy Mando Mondays.
Fantastic. Yo, hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Iya, Nelson.
Nelson. How you doing?
Wepa. Iya,
Amigo.
Piku. What's up?
Woo! How you doing today? How you doing?
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Legacy Universe. This is a very special stream today because we have decided to talk about Chapter 13 of The Mandalorian Season 2. It's titled The Jedi because the episode was so epic that we wanted to do something different for this episode. Just, talk about it live, have a discussion with all of you. And then this will be transferred to our YouTube channel for our Mando Mondays review. So,
Yeah.
welcome.
Very special seeing you move transition.
My name is Ash Skywalker. For this special edition of our Twitch stream, and with me today is
John from Mandalore. How you doing? How you doing?
¿Qué es la que hay?
I'm a Mandalorian today. So
Yeah.
it's quien mío es el del Mandalore.
And
Yeah.
of course, I have my Baby Yoda shirt, porque ya
Which
tú sabes.
we're gonna see if he's still gonna be named Baby Yoda.
¿Verdad que sí? So a fair warning, if some of you in the chat, if you guys have not seen this episode of The Mandalorian, I would recommend that you guys come back later for this live because we are going to be talking everything that happened in this episode. We're going to spoil everything. So if you have not watched it, spoilers.
So be ready because we're not going to hold back on anything. And we would like you guys to actually join in the conversation because I know this was a very, very emotional, very hyped, very exciting episode for a lot of Star Wars fans, including me and including Ash and myself. And that's the reason why we're actually doing this episode like this. We're doing the episode live. We're not doing it, pre-recorded. And yeah, so it's going to be very exciting. We'll see how long this takes us. We got a bunch of stuff that we want to talk about. But
so many things. I'm so excited.
Nonetheless, we're super excited.
So let's start. Let's get the show on the road. The first thing that we're going to talk to you guys about is the episode plot. Very simple. Very simple. We just want to talk about what this episode was about so you guys have an idea. So basically the premise of this episode, it takes place on the forest planet of Corvus, where we first see Ahsoka Tano, played by the amazing Rosario Dawson. It was the first scene that we saw. We saw her kicking some booty, and she is confronting the Imperial Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth, who is a very interesting character that we're going to get into in this special today. And basically they're fighting. So once that epic battle is over, we go back to the Mandalorian. He is there with Baby Yoda because he was sent there by bo-katan in, I think, not the previous episode, but the one before. So chapter 11, I want to say.
It might have been, was it before that?
Yeah, because remember that chapter 12 they were with Grief Karga and Cara Dune.
Exactly. So the one before the last one. So it was like 2 episodes back. Yes.
Yeah, so bo-katan on chapter 11 basically told the Mandalorian that he needed to find Ahsoka Tano, and she was going to be the person that was going to help him with Baby Yoda. So we see the Mandalorian arriving at Corvus, and he actually talks to the magistrate. She sends the Mandalorian to kill Ahsoka Tano, and in exchange for that, he was going to get the, what was the name? The medal, the Beskar, right?
It's I think it's Meskar medal. I think it is.
Yeah. A Beskar spear. I got it right here. A Beskar spear.
Beskar spear.
So
yeah, that's the medal he was going.
Yeah, so that he was going to receive that if he killed Ahsoka Tano, but of course they ended up being together as a team, working together as a team to confront the magistrate and liberate all of the slaves and get that but planet up and running. And it was epic, you guys. It was epic. We discovered so many things in this episode, but specifically, we got to talk about the highlight of this episode, which is Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano's introduction to the live action Star Wars universe, people.
Yes.
This is something that we've been waiting for since before the season started, and it was a big hello, Bianca.
Hi, Bianca.
How you doing?
What is up?
Hi.
Bienvenida.
Buenas. Yeah, it's the introduction to Ahsoka Tano, my guys. It was fantastic. And may the force be with you as well.
May the force be with you
as well.
Yes.
This was super exciting. And the introduction of her into this universe was mind-blowing because they showed her with such veteran abilities, with such a unique take on a Jedi and such a scary take on her. It's like she was trained by Anakin Skywalker. She was trained basically by Darth Vader. She was under the tutelage of not tutelage, it was just Anakin Skywalker, but she learned from the greatest Jedis that ever existed, which is Mace Windu, Yoda, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, of course. So she was under the tutelage of a lot of people, but straight on, it was Anakin Skywalker. So as we see her, we first see her just like decapitating heads.
Kicking some butt, guys.
Kicking some butt.
It was so epic. Oh my God.
Hello,
bendición. Welcome.
How we first see her is decapitating heads. We see her blending in with the shadows, acting like a ninja. And there's something so cool that she has now. And it is the white lightsabers.
Oh my God, yeah.
The white lightsabers.
Not one, my bro, but two.
She's always been handy with two. The two white lightsabers, and I think this was already in Rebels. I think this was already shown in Rebels, if I'm not mistaken.
At the point where I am in Clone Wars, because guys, this show has motivated me to go and finish Clone Wars and see Rebels. So that's on my list. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm so pumped with the show. But I think in some episodes of Clone Wars, you do start seeing, I'm in season 2, and I am starting to see her manage the whole two lightsaber.
The duo lightsaber.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, she has the two lightsabers, and we see how she's extremely well trained already and knows what she's doing. And she's on pursuit of something. She's in pursuit of information and in pursuit of someone in particular, which is Morgan Elsbeth. But she is looking information from, she wants to get information from her to actually go after, which is the true purpose of her, is Admiral Thrawn. Yes. Now, for those who don't know who Admiral Thrawn is, he is, you know what? While I explain, could you look up a picture if it's possible? A picture.
Of course.
Yes.
Let's show you guys pictures.
So that people can actually see who I'm talking about. But Admiral Thrawn is also an admiral, as it says in the name, from the Empire. And you get to see this character in the Star Wars Rebels TV show. Now, this guy, is really menacing, and I've seen some fan art of people wanting Benedict Cumberbatch wanting to play him. And
for real?
Yeah, I've seen some fan art, and I was like, yes.
I kind of see it though. Let me see.
Yeah. So
I kind of see it. I feel like it could be somebody else too, but
yeah, I mean, it could be a lot. It could be a lot of people. Honestly, first off, he's just draped in blue. He's like Mystique.
He's like Mystique. I'm going to show you guys a picture right now. So here you go.
Here we go. Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is from the Rebels TV show.
Yes,
ladies and gentlemen. Plus, if you play Galaxy, of hero Star Wars, you're able to get him
He's dead
by
too.
by getting every single one from the Phoenixes. That's like six characters that you can get from the Phoenixes. But yeah, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn. So she's in pursuit of this information to try and find him. And honestly, everything that she does in the episode is amazing. Rosario Dawson is the perfect candidate for this role.
She's perfect.
And the level of maturity that you see from her acting to Ahsoka and Tano still that selfless and fearless Jedi, exactly. However, she has matured, known not being around her master and other Jedi. That being said, she still follows the Jedi law by not training Grogu. Yes, wow, you're ahead of me. Yes,
I was gonna say you're on point, because we've been hearing about so many people saying like, oh, she was like estaba seca. People were saying that, and I'm just like, if you guys are fans of Star Wars and have seen Clone Wars, or at least know the story of Ahsoka Tano through Clone Wars, you would understand why she is the way that she is, because all of the things that she goes through. Because I haven't seen the last season, but I know kind of what happens and why she decides to not continue to be a Jedi. And I mean, I did see the same Ahsoka Tano that I'm seeing in Clone Wars, just like he said, more mature and separated. Like, she knows she has her abilities, but she's not associating herself with being a Jedi like full. And I loved it. I loved it.
The creed of the Jedi is, I mean, the religion of the Jedi no longer exists. The only way that the religion exists is within whoever was a Jedi trained by them at that point. But like Chuck Topper said, she's matured enough to understand which way is right and which way is wrong. It's like when Luke Skywalker was actually trying to bring back the Jedi ways with the religion and all that, and training Ben, which is Kylo Ren, and a few other Jedi. And it backfired because he wasn't patient enough, because he was just following a straight and narrow, which, if we see, the Mandalorian kind of was a little bit it's following the Mandalore religion, but the old ones. When bo-katan came and showed up, she showed him like, that's not the way anymore.
Like, he was freaking out. He freaked out when they all took off their masks, and
who did you take the armor from?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
just like, bro, get with the times.
Yeah, bro, you follow the old ways. This is not exactly what's going on, man. I love the mysticism and roguelike style of Tano. Yeah, it reminds me of Vader's scene on Rogue One. Yes!
Oh my God, that epic scene. Who can forget that
everybody scene? Is yes.
Everybody's on point today. Everybody's on point today, guys.
That is so true. Let's keep that up. Yes, it is so true. I remember the Rogue One scene. He was like, exactly. So you could tell right there. You can tell who she was trained by. Yeah, right there. When you make those two comparisons, you can tell who she was trained by. And remember, we haven't gotten to that part and you haven't gotten to that part. I don't know if you mind this little spoiler. You mind this little spoiler from Rebels?
No.
You don't mind it?
That she confronts. Are you gonna say that she confronts Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay. Yes. So
knew that.
She gets to see and feel Anakin, but she's afraid to admit that if it's him. Either way. But yeah, we're amazing. Final thoughts on this, so we can move to the next topic.
I loved Rosario Dawson. Ever since I found out that she was casted as Ahsoka Tano, because there was a rumor, and then it was kind of confirmed, but then I was actually expecting her by the end of the season. What I was thinking was that maybe they were going to present her in the season finale, and then this was going to jump into season 3 of The Mandalorian, and then Mando and Ahsoka Tano were going to team up with Baby Yoda, but I'm very happy. Eventually they did, but I think her purpose is for another thing, which we are going to discuss in this special today. But I was very pleased. I think she looks perfect. I loved how the character was portrayed. And man, Rosario Dawson, like una Latina in Star Wars, baby, playing Ahsoka Tano. I'm happy. Like
Yes.
I have no complaints at all. I was freaking out. I think this was the first episode that I was like pausing like every moment. I was like, just give me a moment. Let me just see this.
Yeah.
And this magnificent poster that is behind us, and that is our background today. She's hot.
She's
She is. She is.
yeah.
But yeah, I have no complaints at all. I have no complaints at all. Yes. Yes.
Definitely. Boricua. There you go.
She's perfect. She's perfect.
Perfect. All right.
Perfect.
So we got our next topic on it. Baby Yoda's name and past are revealed. Are revealed. So I'll let you take away this one.
Yes. So, guys, we learned in this episode that Baby Yoda has a name, and his name is Grogu. Not Goku.
Not Goku.
Not Goku.
Almost.
Grogu. Almost, but not. Yes, and that was amazing. I loved every time that the Mandalorian was like Grogu, and he was like he was like looking at everybody like doing that.
That was spot on impression, right?
Yeah,
that was spot on
right?
impression.
That's my Baby Yoda impression. But it was great. It was fantastic. And he was actually raised and trained at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. But after the fall of the Republic, he was evacuated from the Jedi Temple, and he has been suppressing his powers over the years to survive. So his fear has consumed his powers, and that's why it's so hard for him to use the Force. Or when he uses the Force, it's kind of like an instinct thing where he's reacting to something that's happening to the Mandalorian or somebody that he wants to defend. And this is the reason why. I thought it was great. And there's still so much more information, that we have to find out about Baby Yoda. But I love it, man. Grogu. It's not Baby Yoda anymore. It's not the child. It's Grogu, guys. Like. It's amazing.
Imagine if Mace Windu survived and he was the one that saved Grogu. Oh, bro.
Stick around.
Yo, stick around because we're going to speak about something like that. You got to...
We have some Jedi theories that we're going to discuss here today.
We have some theories, all right?
Stick around.
All right.
But yeah, basically that's the whole story behind Baby Yoda / Grogu, and so he's been in the universe for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Do we know the age? Like
he's 50, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was 50 from. I don't know if somebody. I think somebody said 50, but I'm not quite sure because from the events of. Okay, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think he's about 50 because he was still alive when the Empire fell, and he was being trained. So it was about like almost like 30-something years after the Empire fell, but he could have been a youngling, like 10 years of age or something like that. So I think he's about 50 years old. But the problem,
if you guys also know, let us know in the comments. You know his age. Hello,
they age differently. Hey, hi people. How you doing?
Hi Angelo, welcome. Bienvenido.
You're a little late, but that's fine. That's fine.
Déjalo. He's here. That's the important thing.
But I think he's 50 years old. Yes, because if you think about the movies, there's already been let's say shows and all that. Rebels is done. Episode 4 is done. 5 and episode 6 is done. So this is es que no quería pelear contigo. Okay.
Ay, bendito. Siempre.
But yeah, I think he's 50, and what I wanted to say is he does not remember much. Because from the conversation that he was having with Ahsoka, he does not remember much of what happened. Now, two things could have happened. One, his rescuer could have been another Jedi, as Ozzy was saying right there. Could have been another Jedi, and this Jedi could have been Mace Windu. We still don't know who was, but it could have been Mace Windu, and he's still alive. And then, for the sake of saving him, and trying to suppress his power so that the Jedi would not remember, or I'm sorry, so the Empire would not chase force sensitive people. His powers were suppressed by somebody. So after 50 years or so is where we get the Empire gets glimpse of this creature, this species that is force sensitive, because all who are old and wise like Ahsoka know how to suppress themselves from the Empire or from what there is out there. So he's been hiding. He was protected by somebody, and that somebody, I truly believe that it is Mace Windu.
Oh my God.
Here's the theory. The theory has been because, and we're going to talk more about this later on, but the theory has been that Mace Windu did survive that fall from that tower, and I truly believe that he did survive that fall. The reason being is because Jedis have proven, even in Clone Wars, that they can fall from like a 100-foot story, because Anakin has been jumping from ships all the way down, and what they do is
I saw it on the last episode. Remember?
Yeah, you saw
he threw himself on a ship.
Yeah, there's a bunch of episodes that they prove that they can fall from higher grounds and survive. That's why you see on Attack of the Clones, the movie, when Anakin jumps, he's just like free falling. He has no fear because it's like counterweight. You can use the Force, vroom,
and we technically never see Mace Windu like actually smack a floor. Like we don't see anything. He just disappears.
He just disappears from that moment, and I think he went on hiding because of what happened, and it was too much. That he didn't know who he would trust. Maybe we'll know who he was able to trust all this time, but it could be somebody else. We know it's not. At least the ones that we have in the theory afterwards, but because they were probably super young or they weren't of age yet. But either way, that's what we think. So he doesn't have a memory. He knew his name. Ahsoka was having a conversation with him like telepathically, which is amazing. It was so amazing.
I love that scene when they were sitting. He was saved by Darth Maul.
that one out there.
I still want some redemption for Darth Maul. He's been having bits here and there, but
you'll see it in Clone Wars. You'll see it in Clone Wars.
I'm watching Clone Wars now, so I might get what I want.
See some of it in Rebels. Trust me, you'll see it. It's just that some people wanted live action, but you'll see it.
Yeah, but I wanted to say the scenes where Ahsoka and Baby Yoda were just like, and Grogu. Sorry, I'm still getting used to saying his name. Right? No more Baby Yoda. But the scenes where they were sitting together and they were just silent, and you could see the Mandalorian like, what the hell is happening? And they were communicating through the Force, and it was so cool, man. It was so epic. Yeah,
I didn't care that they didn't say a word for us to know what they were saying, like in their head. I was afraid that at one point they would go like, oh, I can hear their thought. We can hear as the audience their thoughts and how they're talking. I was like, no, don't do it, and they didn't do it. I was like, yes, keep it that way, because it is so intriguing. It is fantastic. It is so good. And but somebody says here, but in more real answers, Obi-Wan seems to be the best answer. That way they can do a tie-in with the series.
That's a good one too.
That is actually a good theory.
That's a good one too.
And that could be the closest one to make a tie-in to the series.
I agree.
That could be the one. Now, whether I agree, but it could not be him, just for the fact that by the time that he exit out of the Empire, at least from the capital, when we saw and what they were showing in those times, Obi-Wan had no time to actually go back to the capital, but just to regroup with Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did, he just went out from there to what was the planet? The lava planet. They said it. We just saw the planet. Mustafa?
It, I
Mustafar?
think it's
Mustafar.
Mustafar.
I think it's Mustafar.
Let us know in the comments.
It's not. I know it's not Mufasa, but
Not Mufasa.
not Mufasa.
That's a whole
It's
nother
probably
thing.
Mustafar. It's Mustafar. But by the time he got to Mustafar, he was just battling Obi-Wan, and at the only point that he could take care of Padme, Padme had gone to the planet with him, so he just probably went straight to another planet to for her to give birth to Luke and Leia. So unless he went back, and we didn't see this, and we're probably going to see it in the TV show, which in the series, unless he went back to the capital to actually see if there were any other survivors, or he got another signal from Yoda, then it might not be him. Whether who answers which? Oh, wait. I'm gonna jump ahead.
We have a section. We have a
section. Okay. But yes,
let's just keep on going.
It's a good idea. It is a good idea. It is a good theory. It's a good theory.
Look, it says it's Mustafar.
Mustafar. There we go. Mustafar. Yes, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's why they messed up with the new saga. Force heal. That's why they messed up the new saga with Force heal. What do you mean? How they?
That they remember that they in Rise of the Skywalker they incorporated the whole thing.
Yaddle.
Yaddle! I was talking about Yaddle with John.
We were about to go into the next section about this. Okay,
I was talking about Yaddle
right there.
John.
Hold that Yaddle thought. Hold it. Yeah.
Back to Ozzy's comment. Remember that in Rise of the Skywalker, all of a sudden they introduced the Force heal thing. And then in the Mandalorian, it turns out that Baby Yoda has it comes from Baby Yoda that he can Force heal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That they tried to connect both.
Yeah.
I think that's what he meant. Is that what you meant?
I think that's what he meant.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we saw it.
Jocasta knew. Let me see. Because Jocasta knew no, she was dead. She died. She actually died.
She actually died?
No, she died. She's dead. Sorry. I can reassure you. I think there was some lore already done. That no. You might be right. Because and the comic books, if they make it canon, I think she was still alive. And then when Vader came back, she fought. I think she fought Vader or one of the Inquisitors. She actually fought one of the Inquisitors, which we haven't seen it yet. He's like white, bald, and has like red lines in his face or something. If I'm not mistaken, I forgot his name. My point is that Obi-Wan couldn't heal Padme. Yes,
I got it, Ozzy. I got it.
Yeah. But anyway, let's jump into what we want to talk about because we'll stay here all night. All right, so is Grogu Yoda's son?
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. This is a theory that we've been having for a while, and Angela mentioned Yaddle, and I was talking about Yaddle, that she was a female Yoda, right? Is that how they call it? The female Yoda. She was in the Jedi Council as well, but she left. So what if her and Yoda had a thing and then had a baby?
That's the thing. So I want to explain something because of this. Is Grogu Yoda's son? I know that the religion of the Jedi has said that they cannot. There was clear words of it, and they even say it in Clone Wars, where Jedi cannot, I think, is mate or be with somebody else or show affection for somebody that to the opposite sex. I'm not quite sure because their focus is only being a Jedi and protecting those.
Chastity.
She was killed, but she was able to take a lot of things trying to protect the Jedi knowledge. That's actually canon. Yes, chastity. Who is chastity?
No, that's the.
What?
I'll look it up for you.
I don't know who's Chastity.
That's not a character, I think.
I don't know what that is.
You don't remember the Supernatural episode where Sam and Dean go and investigate a case and they end up in this they have to like sign something because these girls are all in like a house and it's about chastity and they can't have sex because they have to be pure.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what he means.
Chastity.
That's what he means.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Chastity.
Yes.
It's not a
Sorry.
character.
Yes. So the Jedi have chastity. Yes, that's actually that's true. So since the Jedi can't mate, the thing is, how come? And I can tell, and this happens in Clone Wars. Anakin is the only one that is actually disobeying, right?
Yep.
And he's the one, and he's the chosen, and everybody kind of knows about it, but they don't want to say anything.
Don't tell me nothing different, bro, because like everybody knows about it.
Almost everybody knows because his attitude, the way he would portray himself, and there was no way he was able to hide it. It was just everybody was letting it happen. Mm-hmm. Now, baby, I was about to say Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Now, I believe that Yoda already knew this. Yoda already knew this, even in Clone Wars. And we actually saw this a couple of times where there was one episode where Yoda actually said, I'm taking what was it? I'm taking something from your rule book. Like he was just escaping and not telling everybody and doing something.
Yeah.
But this was the episode where he was actually trying to search for Qui-Gon's ghost to learn how to manifest in death.
I remember that one.
Like the Force ghost. And he was just escaping from it. And people didn't believe him that he was actually seeing things. But the things that he was seeing were real. Yeah. But if we see in episode 3, Baby Yoda, Jesus. We see in episode 3, Yoda was actually meditating with Anakin. He was meditating with Anakin.
So confusing.
As Anakin was actually having trouble with nightmares of seeing Padme dying, giving birth.
I remember that too. Yep.
But the problem was that when he saw that future, it was that the future where she died, it was because he became the angry, the obsessive. So if he would have been calm, passive, and understanding that this is a natural thing, she might have lived because she actually lost her will to live, as it was explained from the medical robot. The medical robot said, like, her vitals are perfect and everything is perfect. It's as if she's lost the will to live. And that's what happened.
It was like... I mean, that scene for me is still to this day kind of complicated because I'm all in for Jocasta, being that she had the holocron with the name of Force debater. Yeah, I just saw a picture of her, and I'm just like, yes, that would be a kick-ass.
Yeah, that would be kick-ass. And that theory, real quick, the Jocasta. Like you're not wrong, but the thing is that in for the video game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order could be running at the same time or a little bit later on. Because
that's what I heard.
Because as Cal Kestis is actually running to get the holocron, it's for the same reason. So it might not. It either might have been a different holocron that had the list of the Force sensitive children, or there was many that had the Force sensitive lists.
This lady's she's a librarian.
Yeah, we just saw the episode with her.
Yeah, we just did. I'm still getting used to all of the characters.
I thought you knew. I would have said it already. Like, sorry.
No, if they said librarian, I would be like, oh, I know who she is. I would like that. That'd be badass.
But I want to take a look at something because the topic is pretty much Master Yaddle. Yeah, it's Grogu, Yoda's son.
Yeah.
I think there's a possibility that he might be. And the point I was trying to make is that what if Anakin wasn't the only Jedi that was hiding that maybe other Jedis, were a little bit fed up with that side of chastity, involvement in the religion, that they couldn't handle it. So the only way that maybe they could, stay composed and understood is by having somebody maybe in secret as well, but they had more maturity in how to manage it instead of Anakin. He was still young and all that. It's because we see Obi-Wan also.
I was gonna say that Obi-Wan did also have a lover in one of the seasons of Clone Wars. I don't remember her name. Satine. I remember because it's the same name as the Moulin Rouge character. And we see this episode where he has a mission that he has to protect her, and then obviously Anakin discovers he knows that they had something at some point.
And Satine, for those who don't know, is Bo-Katan's sister, the Mandalorian. So we could see in the Obi-Wan show, we can see actually Bo-Katan appear again. And
that's for sure.
That's a good thing. So I believe that there's a possibility that Grogu is Yoda's son, with the mother being Yaddle. It could work.
I think. I think there's a possibility. We never know. I mean,
like, Yoda's a slick dude, and he's super wise, so nobody would know. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known. Frankie the Giant. Hey, man, what's up? Welcome to the conversation. Hey. My name is John. This is my wife, Ash. We're talking about the Mandalorian chapter 13, the Jedi, how impactful it was. And right now we're in the theory of, is Grogu Yoda's son? And right now we're just saying, yes, there's a possibility that he is. Never heard of, but I'm listening. Never heard of it. I'm listening. Grogu is Baby Yoda. Grogu is Baby Yoda. Grogu is Baby Yoda's son. I mean, Grogu is Baby Yoda, and it is. I think
we're so mixed up today.
There's so much confusion with Yoda.
There's so many things.
Grogu, and who is this guy? And Yaddle.
Star Wars is a wonder, people. Star Wars is a wonder. But no, I have seen Star Wars, so it's fine. Got you.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being here. Spending time with us in our Mandalorian special. Thank you so much.
Hopefully this conversation interests you. Because Star Wars is a great universe. Some people like it, some people don't, but overall, it's a grand thing in the world. So if you haven't seen Star Wars, I 100% suggest you get your hands on some streaming services and watch.
There's a lot of stuff.
I guess a great universe to dive in. But ultimately, just to finalize my thought, yes, I believe Grogu is Yoda and Yaddle's son. More likely Yoda than Yaddle's together, but Yoda's son. What do you think?
I guess we'll have. I mean, I think it's a possibility that could come true at some point. I just feel that maybe it'll be a little bit too obvious, and Disney will be like, "Nah, we want to do something different." Maybe there's like another group of the same race in some way.
There could be.
So I don't know what to expect, because I always have my theories and I always have my thoughts, and then Disney switches it. I think they really want to do something different with the Mandalorian against what we know Star Wars is about, like Skywalker and Yoda, Master Yoda, and all of these people. So
Yoda is within it, and the thing is that what I know that they can recruit like Force-sensitive kids from all over the world or their world.
Yeah.
But this species in particular was in the temple as well, and we didn't know about it.
That's true.
We had no idea that they were in the temple, like
in the Jedi temple.
They never showed this species in any of the movies, even in the background. They never show them, so that's why I'm like, Yoda was slick.
Because
we'll see.
What you were one last thing that I want to say, what you were mentioning about the whole Yoda thing of them having possible lovers. I think at some point they all did. It's just that Anakin was the most irrational out of all of them. He was like going crazy for Padme.
And because the story revolved around him, that's why we know that it was Padme and Anakin. But it could have been more people, more Jedi that actually did this. Because remember, this is not the Old Republic, where the Old Republic kind of fell more into that religion than probably the current one that we are talking about, which is around the Clone Wars, the Phantom Menace, and all that. Because there's no religion now. So But yeah, we'll definitely see. Now, who is Morgan Elsbeth? And Ash, I'll let you take this one away because you got a lot to say about this, probably.
Yeah. So I want to show you guys this article. I'm going to share the screen. I'm sorry if I mess it up. Hopefully I won't. But there's a lot of speculation of who Morgan Elsbeth is, and she is a magistrate that appears in this episode. She is the one who has everybody in Corvus under slavery, and she's in her own little bubble, having a great life, and then she's mistreating everybody. And this is because her family was killed during the Clone Wars, and she has taken all of this pain. You see, she has taken all of this pain and all of this guilt into this new planet as the leader, and then has transmitted that into the people. But there is a very interesting article I am going to show you guys right now. There we go. So this is an interesting article that came out from The Direct, and it basically states that the makeup artist that was doing this episode revealed the fact that Morgan Elsbeth, aka the Magistrate, is one of the last survivors of Dathomir, which is one of the prime locations on this game right here, Jedi Fallen Order. So there is the speculation that she might be some sort of Night Sister, not fully, but she might be involved because she was from Dathomir. And I thought this was really interesting because again, we're going to get into the whole Jedi theory in a couple of minutes, but I do have a very strong feeling that there is a possibility that they are attempting to make the connection more with Jedi Fallen Order, since it's a story that is a little bit more closer to the events that are happening during the Mandalorian. So this is what they were stating, that basically she is from Dathomir. And as we know, this planet is where the Night Sisters live, and in the game, Cal Kestis visits it. That's where he meets Marin, who ends up joining Cal Kestis and his crew, and maybe a love interest. I'm still rooting for that. I want them to be together. Just saying, But yeah, man. I thought that this was interesting because it brings in the question whether, again, Cal Kestis might make an appearance during the season, or if we are going to start seeing the Night Sisters in the Mandalorian, which I will probably freak out if that happens. So that's kind of the backstory that we have from this character, per se.
Do you guys know who Morgan Elsbeth is? Like, do you know who we're talking about?
Let me know. If not, I will find a picture of her.
Yes, we'll find a picture of it. But just in case, if you did see the episode, Morgan Elsbeth is the one that Ahsoka is pursuing, and we see in the beginning of the episode that she's speaking to her from the tower, above the tower. Though it's the woman that's in charge.
And she's also she appears in Clone Wars as well, from what I'm seeing here.
She does?
Yes. I'm going to get the picture right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I probably seen her and I forgot about her.
Probably.
Like, I'm rewatching Clone Wars again, guys. Like I finished it. What was it, like almost kind of like 6 months ago or so? But there's a lot of episodes.
Yes. Let me see.
Yes. That is a rumor. That is the rumor that she is a Night Sister.
Well, the thing is that the thing I have to point out about this article was the fact that it was the makeup artist from The Mandalorian. She posted that, and as soon as people saw that she posted that, it was from.
He's talking about people have a theory that she is part of the Clone Wars.
Okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, basically, this is the picture that popped up for me. So in the left side, that is the character that appeared on the last episode of The Mandalorian, and to the right, we may possibly see her in Clone Wars. Maybe
I don't remember her. I think
we don't know.
Yeah, I think know. And that she is from the Mingpo tribe. The tribe that gets killed by the Death Watch. Yeah, from the Mandalorian. So that's why actually it makes sense, because that's how she gets a hold of the spear.
Yeah.
The I forgot the medal. What was the name of the medal again?
Beskar. The Beskar
Beskar, yeah.
spear.
Death Watch was a group of Mandalorians trying to take over Mandalore and impose their own rules instead of the ruling of oh my gosh, the name of the woman, Obi-Wan's lover.
Satine.
Obi-Wan's lover, Satine. Yeah, Satine was the one that was governing the. Yeah, Satine was the one that was governing the planet. So Death Watch, which is her sister with one of the generals of the group, were trying to take over, which is Death Watch. That's the name of Death Watch. But it's a theory. So if she is from Dathomir, then the rumor of Clone Wars is fake. Correct. So it has to be one of the other.
I was gonna say that the makeup artist put that was the initial Instagram post. When people started to notice that she had posted that the character was from Dathomir, the makeup artist edited it. So it was possibly something that was supposed to be under wraps that maybe she slipped on the internet, and now people are freaking out to know more about this character, and they're making the strong connections to Jedi Fallen Order. So
yeah, but I think that from being from the Mingpo tribe and killed by the Death Watch was actually more accurate, because I think that she would go and pursue and have a revenge type of a feel, and if she was under Grand Admiral Thrawn's tutelage, as we saw, she might have just gone sure. She might have just gone under his teachings and went to Mandalore and to try and scavenge everything that she could have, or kill some Mandalorians to achieve to get the spear and that medal. So we'll see.
My question is, how does a makeup artist know these details?
Hey, there's a lot of conversations that conspire that could happen while you're sitting in that chair, and we've known this. It has happened.
And I think at least for me, I love the Night Sisters, and
remember,
at least for me,
3 to 6 hours sitting in that chair. You never know.
Yeah, but at least for me, her clothes seem very Night Sistery. But I don't know. That's the deal on her. I feel that we're not going to see as much of this character as we're supposed to maybe in The Mandalorian, because that's another thing that we're going to get into, during one of the sections here that we're talking about. But I do feel that her clothes it's very Night Sistery.
At least on the left, it looks like she does belong to the Night Sister tribe, but also on the right is more of like it's the Ming Po. It's kind of a mixture, and I think honestly it's
maybe
more
the character that was inspired by both, and then they took elements and they made this new character. I think she's new, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Let me know. But I think she is a brand new character.
She might. That's the thing. It might be an existing character, but we'll go and take a look at it in Clone Wars as we continue watching. All right, next we got Ahsoka Tano, possible spinoff in search of Admiral Thrawn.
Oh. So that's something that I was, now that we were talking about Morgan Elsbeth, she eventually tells Ahsoka Tano possibly where Admiral Thrawn is, because Ahsoka Tano is looking for him, and there is a rumor that Ahsoka Tano's time is done here in The Mandalorian, but that she might have a spin-off series, a live action one on Disney Plus, and it's her searching for Admiral Thrawn. So what do you guys think about this? I would love it, because I love Ahsoka Tano. So
I think listen, cool. in my opinion, I think Disney is thriving. It's thriving on their no. Well, yes, but on their streaming service with Star Wars. I think they're thriving in their streaming services with Star Wars, because I think I have no numbers of this, but I think that Star Wars has been watched even more in Disney Plus, probably like in repeated levels. Like, and I'm probably gonna look here. I'm gonna look right here. Most watched show on.
Yeah, because I think for us, at least in our opinion, the thing that The Mandalorian has done so well is the fact that it feels like a brand new show in the sense where it's focusing on other areas of Star Wars that the movies didn't particularly cater to, specifically the last 3 movies, which were such a mess because, you know, nobody was in the same line as to what Rey was going to be, what Finn was going to be, what Poe was going to be. And that ended up being a disaster. Every movie feels separate to it. But The Mandalorian, they have strayed away from the whole Skywalker gimmick, the Darth Vader. They are mentioned, but not as strongly, because in this episode, something really cool that Ahsoka Tano does is that when the Mandalorian asks her to train Grogu, she basically says that she can't train him because she has seen what that has done to a Jedi Knight that we know.
Yeah,
that's Anakin, but they don't mention him.
It is Anakin. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It is Anakin. Sorry. It is Anakin.
I tell you, it's Anakin. Okay.
Yeah, I tell you. But it's not mentioned. Fully, and I like that because they are mentioning these characters that we know of, but it's not like a strong, like in your face, like Skywalker, Darth Vader. So
yeah.
See what Angelo said. I'm so tired of the Skywalkers.
I'm tired of the Skywalkers. But I'm not tired of Anakin. I'm sorry, Anakin. But
I still like Anakin. Yeah.
But what I was saying was that, yes, I was looking up and I was looking through multiple pages of most popular shows to see right now, most watched TV shows right now on Disney Plus, and it actually follows the line of Marvel and Star Wars. And one of the top shows is Mandalorian and the Clone Wars. So people are so intrigued with Star Wars right now and going back to Clone Wars just to see exactly the lore and what's going on, to try and attach it. Like, who's bo-katan and who's Ahsoka Tano, for those who don't know. And where can we find this, like, dark saber? They were saying that this was from Mandalorian.
Dark saber too.
And there are all these things. It's such a you took my words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's such a big universe, yes.
Exactly.
And they seem to be the only thing they have. It probably they have a lot, but the most popular thing is right now Star Wars, then following Marvel. Because Marvel is quiet. It's not that it's lost, it's just quiet, and they're working on these films and the multiverse with Doctor Strange, Spider-Man.
And Marvel too.
The show that we have, WandaVision.
But the thing about Marvel too is that they are transitioning from the Avengers. They had like 23 films that made up a whole story of how these group of superheroes came together, and then they finished it off with Endgame, where Tony Stark passed away, and now they basically have to reboot everything. So of course they're sticking with some heroes, but then they have to see how they can take that direction into focusing on new heroes like Kamala Khan, She-Hulk, and all of the Spider-Verse, which is coming with the multiverse with Doctor Strange. So they're doing that transition. What I think, what I would say that that's right about, what Angelo's saying, that he's saying that statement was talking about the Skywalkers, is that the biggest mistake from this franchise, in my opinion, was the fact that they wanted to do something new, but then it's like everything. It turned into a moneymaker, and then that moneymaker affected the characters, the script, the stories, because I'm a person that, even though I love Star Wars, I'm really not happy with how the last 3 movies came out, because they all felt separate. They all felt like a mess, and it was basically tying it to Luke Skywalker, and then Rey was going to be somebody important, and then Rey ended up not being important at all. But then at the end, she ended up being Palpatine's granddaughter, and I was just like, this is a mess. And I think with The Mandalorian, they're striving away from that, and it's being successful. But they are being cautious because they have messed up so badly with the Star Wars universe that they don't want to mess that up again.
I agree with that, because that universe already had their time, and right now what they have right now is so special, and it's out of the norm, because we didn't particularly know about the underworld, the bounty hunters. We just knew that there were characters that existed in the world of Star Wars, but we didn't particularly know who they were, where they come from, their creeds, and all that. It was very vague. And what they're doing right now is actually very innovating and very interesting. And the fact that we already knew who Ahsoka was, for those who didn't know, in Clone Wars. and them introducing Ahsoka and the possibility of a spinoff in search of Admiral Thrawn, that'd be great because it would make no sense for Admiral Thrawn to come into this season unless it's just for a moment to see the plot of Ahsoka just dive away from the Mandalorian, and then the Mandalorian focuses on its path, which is taking Grogu to the temple, where now Ahsoka actually let them know, which was what was the planet again? You remember the planet? I think you had.
Was it Corvus?
Corvus. I think it was Corvus. The planet is Corvus.
Oh, nice. Look what see. Angelo says he says about a spinoff, yes, I need her to meet Sabine in the search of Ezra and Thrawn. That'd be sick.
Yeah, but they already what do you call it? They already know each other. I think from Rebels. Like Ezra, I think they met on Rebels. I haven't finished it completely because that's what we're doing. We're trying to watch it again, but Ezra is right there. So if that is the case, if depends on the way you are trying to tie this, then let's jump to the next one so that we could talk about it. Who will be the Jedi that will answer Grogu's call on Corvus when they reach that planet, when they reach the top of the seam, and the Jedi that is destined to train Grogu will appear? Who will be that Jedi? Yes, they do. What I mean is that I need them together. Exactly.
He wants to see the whole team. Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
So who will be the Jedi?
We have three.
I added one more.
Oh, okay.
Just because.
So we have four.
Yeah. I added because it makes.
Oh, look,
sense.
Angelo says Tython. The planet is Tython. You are correct, Angelo. Thank you so much. Why did I say Corvus? I'm going crazy.
What do we say Corvus?
I have no idea.
You said Corvus has been in my mind. And I just followed you. What was Corvus?
That's okay. Thank you, Angela. It's Tython.
I just followed you. I was like, oh, Corvus.
Follow my lead.
Sorry.
Follow my lead.
Actually, let me look that up, like Corvus, because you said Corvus in Star Wars. Now I want to.
Corvus is the planet where Ahsoka is right now. That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. What Angelo said. Look what Angelo said. When the episode happened, that's why.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
he knows.
Yes. So
we have four possible Jedis. If you guys have any other Jedis that you think might make an appearance in this season of The Mandalorian and answer Grogu's call, feel free to leave it in the comments so we can have a nice, debate about it. We can have a conversation about it. But who is the first one in our list?
The first one in our list is it? Do you want me to put your favorite?
No, I want it by order because I put it in a certain order. Oh, he says I'm gonna wait for yours. I want to repeat. Okay.
All right. First one we got. Boom. Ezra.
Okay, so I picked him because I think he would be the more obvious choice for this season. Again, he is somebody that appears in Star Wars Rebels. He knows Ahsoka Tano. And if they are actually building up a spinoff with Ahsoka Tano, like Angelo mentioned, that he would like to see them together, maybe it's a way to tie them in, that maybe Grogu meets him at the temple and gets his training, but then maybe the Mandalorian lets him know, like, hey, Ahsoka Tano sent me. And he's like, what? Ahsoka Tano? Where's she at? And then he goes on a mission to find her. And then that jumps into the Mandalorian to the spinoff. So that's why he is the first person that I put. I think he would be the more obvious choice for the Jedi that will answer Grogu's call.
I agree with that as well. Yeah.
Do you have anything to
add? Not much, because I think this is it's pretty it's very linear to exactly who we are seeing in the series. Like since we saw already Ahsoka and we saw bo-katan, they're both tie into both TV shows, and they're tie into the Mandalorian by religion, by creed of family, and then they already have history. Like almost every character right there has history with each other.
Yeah,
and we're probably going to see Obi-Wan also be tied in with it because Obi-Wan appears in Rebels as well. So we're actually seeing everything from Rebels to Star Wars, Clone Wars, tie into the Mandalorian lore, which is great
Which
because
I think that's why I think this season is so great, because
yeah,
they're starting to add so many things from Clone Wars and Rebels that
yeah,
it's making people like go crazy and be like, I have to watch Clone Wars, because I remember I saw Ahsoka and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to watch Clone Wars now and Rebels. And
yeah,
then by the time if this spinoff is a thing, then maybe it helps people be more informed and more into the lore
yep,
of the universe per se.
yep, yep. All right, so our second one is wait, do I have it right? Is this the second one? Wait a minute. Sorry, guys. Oh
Well,
no,
it's my
yep, I got it right.
it's my
I got it
favorite.
right.
It's my favorite, so
Okay, I got it right.
you should know.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Boom!
There he is.
Cal Kestis.
Okay, listen. So I put Cal Kestis on this list because before the pandemic started, there was so many rumors swirling around that he might make an appearance during the Mandalorian season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that he's supposed to be old, but get this, bo-katan is supposed to be, I think, 50 years old, and
Or
they picked
so.
her, or so apparently, and they picked her exactly how she looks in Clone Wars, so they didn't change much of her. So if they can do that
I,
with her, I think they can
here,
do that with Cal Kestis, or add some makeup or add some hair, if
yeah.
anything.
Here's the thing. I think that there's a an age problem in this in this
Mm-hmm.
world because
Yep.
the age what has become is more of a people pleaser. Because
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
because if you think about it, Bo-Katan, if you add the fact that she's well trained, she's been keeping up with time, she's been roughed up, she knows how to survive, she's a survivor, she's a Mandalorian, and we add that, but we also see that Yoda's also species can last about 500 years,
Mm-hmm.
and Obi-Wan ages kind of regular. So it really depends on how probably the Force wants to work with you. But at the same time, it's like a very thin line of what's been drawn. So I
Yeah,
think the age factor is more of a people pleaser, and
I
people just
agree.
have to run with it if they want to see these characters. Because
Yeah, because and that brings a problem too, because
I mean,
if
Cal. Sorry,
they yeah, yeah.
sorry.
No,
If
keep going, keep going.
okay, if Kyle appears in the show, I don't disagree with with the a little bit of aging because
Mhm.
Kyle at that time, I think he would be about 40. About
That's what I
40.
heard. He's supposed to be 40, and the
Yeah.
actor, I think he's about to turn 30. So
Yes. So he would be 40. The reason is because in the game, as we see, he was being trained as a little kid. He was about, I think, I don't know if it was 11 or something like that. And then
Mhm.
5 years passed. He's what, 16,
Yeah.
17? Let's put a maximum of 18.
But that's
And,
another thing that people have been debating online, because they
mhm.
they were saying that the game specifically does not tell you how old he is.
Yeah, you can only tell by when he's training as a youngling and
Yeah.
how much we've heard and when we heard him I think it was him that said it or one of the new characters the lady that's chasing him. I don't know, is the captain, but I know that it said 5 years. I know it said 5 years
Okay.
after the turn from Order 66.
Mhm.
So we just have to remember what age he was in when he was being trained and then
Yeah.
5 years after that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it can work if they follow that. It truly, truly, truly can work.
Yeah,
All right.
and I wanted to say, because I wanted to say that when Ahsoka Tano said the whole Jedi Temple thing, I looked at John and I was like, "Can you imagine if it was Cal Kestis?" And I went online to see if I was the only one that was thinking about that. And I got to tell you guys, like Twitter feeds, I've seen so many. Well, the article that I showed you guys earlier, there's so many articles that are linking Cal Kestis and Jedi Fallen Order to the Mandalorian season 2, that I'm
Mm-hmm.
hopeful, because he's my favorite character in the Star Wars universe, and he's my favorite Jedi in some sort of way. And I would love to see him live action, not necessarily his own show or a movie, because Jedi Fallen Order is going to get a sequel. So he already has his own universe, in the video game world, which I'm happy with that.
Now,
but I was going to say before you go to what you were saying, the whole bo-katan thing. The thing about that is that if the Cal Kestis thing does not happen and they say, oh, it was because of the age, they're gonna get butchered over that, because they didn't use the age of bo-katan to make her look different or look her age. My top choice, I'm going with that one too, just based off what the connections that it has with Clone Wars and Rebels and Ahsoka Tano. But I think Cal Kestis could be feasible in some way, shape, or form, and I think he might be more open to training Grogu in a way. So I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm throwing it into the universe.
Two things. One, the season already ended. Like, they already wrapped up filming long ago. Now, either did they have this idea long ago before people started thinking about it? Probably not. So that's one factor. The other factor is that if they show Cal Kestis, no. Yes, that. But if they show Cal Kestis, they already spoiled what happens to Cal in the games. They already spoil what happens to Cal in the games because he survives. Right now, they know that Cal exists. The Empire know that there was already a Jedi in the run. Which the theme of it is, now that they know he exists, is Vader going to pursue him? Are they going to kill him? Are they going to turn to him? What's going to happen? Now, a lot of things can happen in between, of course, but we do know that he will survive.
That's true.
He will still be alive. Because if Cal answers the call, it's going to be about 20 to 30 years after all this happened.
Yep.
So he survived.
So there's a possibility that might not be true. Sí, porque by the thing is that by the end of this game, we do see Darth Vader having he has a fight with a boss battle, which is epic, with Cal Kestis. But then
like 1% of a fight, because Cal gets
not even. He gets
started running like, hell the heck no!
He was like, hell no, I can't do this. I know Jedi. I lie.
I already feel it.
But yeah, man, you are right, because by the time that the Mandalorian starts, Darth Vader is no more.
Yeah. So
wow,
whether Kyle got killed by Vader or he survived, if they show Kyle answering the call, we will already know that spoiler. So we have to wait. And it probably won't be Cal. Anyway, let's jump into our next one.
Wow.
All right. So our next theory is the one that everybody is wishing so bad, for this character to get redemption. Actually, before we jump in, what is this? Cal is a good choice, but exactly. He's a good choice, but it will already spoil what will happen in the second game or third game. You already know where he ends up. That's why it can't be him. Just because of
I know,
protecting the narrative, protecting the story of the game, till it actually ends. So
I'll wait until 2023 for the sequel. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
All right. So everybody has been wishing for this character to get redemption ever since Revenge of the Sith. And Ozzy mentioned him earlier, and this is Samuel Jackson. I mean, Mace Windu. Mace Windu. All right,
I would love that.
Listen, here's the thing. Now, Ozzy, you can chime in, and everybody can chime in on this, but I truly believe that if Mace Windu answers the call, now before I jump into this, let's look at it as a business standpoint. If Mace Windu answers the call, the ratings are going to go, even though they're super extremely high right now, they're going to go through the roof and blow up if the episode of Ahsoka Tano didn't do that. they're
Ahsoka
gonna
Tano.
Ahsoka Tano. They're gonna blow up immensely if Samuel Jackson makes an appearance.
That'd be sick.
Number two, you'll be pleasing so many fans with this, which is not even a far-fetched fan theory. It makes sense, as I was explaining. Jedis can fall from 100 feet and still survive. They can fall on it like a cat. They can land on their own 2 feet, use the force to against gravity, and we even saw. I know that people complained about it. Oh, what the heck? She can do that now. Like when Leia actually used the force to go back into the ship.
Oh, and that Superman scene.
Yeah, it can happen, guys. If you think about the force on how it actually is meant to be, it surrounds you. So it can actually take care of you completely as a whole. It's not just when you use your hands. It can take as a whole. It's just the hands. It's more like a gesture for those who don't have the power to use your brains, and that's it. Which Anakin actually, I think he already mastered that when he didn't even need to use his hands to a certain point, but when he needed to use like full force to blow up battalions like in the comic books, he did. But either way, my point is that Samuel Jackson's Mace Windu could be the character that actually answers the call, and he might have formed an attachment with Grogu and might have been the Jedi to erase his memories so that he could be safe from the Empire.
Oh, that'd be sick. Just a kid. Because it reminded him so much of oh my god, you confused me. Of Yoda. I was gonna say Baby Yoda.
No, you're right. You're actually going in. You're falling into something that's
it's making more sense to me now, because since they were together on the Jedi Council, him and Yoda, and they were like the bosses of the whole Jedi gimmick. I think that maybe he will be willing to train him just because
Goosebumps.
He is the same race as Yoda. I was gonna say Baby Yoda.
Yes. What if Mace Windu? Two things. What if Mace Windu was more? I was about to say more than friends. What if Mace Windu was actually no? What if Mace Windu was actually his best friend, Yoda's best friend?
Yeah.
And was the guy that said, I will keep your secret. If you do have a son, I'll keep your secret. I'll protect you from it. I will hold this near and dear to my heart. And then as this happened, Yoda could not find his son. Because Mace Windu actually, went ahead and went for him and took care of him and took him out of the temple before he could even reach Yoda. What if he never got to reach Yoda? What if he already got lost? What if he never found out? Because remember, Mace Windu never got the training that Yoda did. There's only there's only Yoda, there's only Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon Jinn, and probably Anakin that have the ability to use the Force Ghost. And I think Anakin knows how to use the Force Ghost. He might have learned afterwards if it's canon, but he never actually learned the steps to actually fall in tune with the Force like everybody else did, unless he's the one and he has the huge midi-chlorians, which are the cells that actually help produce the Force and be in tune with all that. Maybe because he was the one, he already knew about this and knew how to manifest himself. But I truly believe that
I like this idea
that Mace Windu could be the Jedi to answer the call. Now, if it's not him, yes, I'll be disappointed, but I won't be mad. I'll be excited because we'll see another Jedi. But I truly believe that Mace Windu could be the one. Number one, he was probably the best friend of Yoda, and we probably didn't know. But we see his relationship with him and Yoda in the Clone Wars, in the TV show, and even in Attack of the Clones, we see how they actually talk to each other as superiors. So there must be more. Secondly, as I said in the beginning, what if Anakin wasn't the only one that actually had a mate? It was just only knew about him because he was the principal character of the story. We already knew that Obi-Wan already had somebody
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it might have been at the beginning of his Jedi training. I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but still, and like Anakin was the only one that actually learned like the segue. It's like, hey, I am allowed to love and protect, but because the Jedi Council and the religion is so intent with the fact that I can't mate, I'm not gonna tell them, because if I do feel something can tell them, I'm gonna tell them. But like I said, Obi-Wan already knew, even though they never said it face to face. And then you'll see probably in the last few episodes where you see that Obi-Wan already knew. And then we jump to Revenge of the Sith where he officially knew. And
Yeah.
Yoda already knew. Yoda already knew he didn't
And you
have
have,
Anakin
and the
didn't have
thing
to say
about,
anything.
but the thing also about Anakin is the fact that he was the first Jedi to question. You know, there's always somebody. You have years and years of somebody, something that's like really established, and like these are the rules. This is what we do, and then there's always somebody that comes through to question things. And in the Jedi Council, that was Anakin Skywalker. And
And
through his questioning, he started to change certain things, and that eventually led to his downfall, to him succumbing to the dark side, and then through that eliminating the Jedi Council,
because he
the
couldn't
Jedi
manage,
Order.
yeah, because he wasn't able to manage all that the Jedi were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And how they were twisting their, their teachings, and that's the reason why Ahsoka left. Actually,
Yeah.
that was one of the reasons why Ahsoka left, because because of Anakin's teachings, Ahsoka was able to learn. Please don't say Luke. He said, "Please don't say Luke." No, hell no. I don't want Luke
I saw
anywhere
the
near the
theory.
stage.
No, no, no.
I
Mira,
know what.
I
Even
saw.
if Sebastian Stan can play Luke as a young
Yeah.
guy, no.
People were saying that, and I told John, if I see Luke Skywalker in the next episode of The Mandalorian, I'm gonna stop watching. I will literally stop watching because I don't. The Skywalker saga for me, even though I enjoyed it, it's done. It's done. It's closed. It don't bring it back. Yeah,
Yeah,
se acabó. That's it.
and like Yaddle, you see, Yaddle is one of them. She
Mm-hmm.
could be the answer because Yaddle
I
actually
think
left.
Yaddle, yeah, but
Yaddle,
nobody knows what happened to her, right?
no, because Yaddle left even before Revenge of the Sith and prior to
Mm-hmm.
Clone Wars. She actually was very old already, and she said, I'm done with this. I got it. I'm gonna leave." So she actually left. Mara Jade. Let's actually look at Mara Jade. Who is Mara Jade? Mara Jade. Mara Jade Skywalker. Who in the world is?
Oh yeah,
Mara Jade
yeah,
Skywalker
yeah.
was a
I heard about her too.
was
She was Luke
during
Skywalker's wife, wifey.
during a different time in her life, an emperor's hands, a smuggler, and later a Jedi master who sat up to the Jedi High Council. She was raised as a servant and
Mm-hmm.
assassin to Emperor Palpatine, and became a high level force using operative. As the
Yeah.
Emperor's hand, Jade carried out the Emperor's binding, killing rebels and corrupt Imperials, unlike with the professionalism even as a young woman. As Palpatine, yeah. So, which was to kill. Okay, after Palpatine's death, she received his last command, which was to kill Luke Skywalker. However, the death of her master caused her to go rogue. Eventually, she joined Smuggler Chief Talon, yeah, and becoming one of the best smugglers and his second in command.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot to this character. I
But she's
actually,
actually, Angelo says that she's non-canon from Legends, and that she was created by the same creator of General Thrawn. And I have to say that she is a fan favorite. She is a fan favorite. People have wanted her for the longest time to be in a live action Star Wars, so there's a possibility. If they,
yeah,
because if it's in the same line that they're trying to introduce new characters, or characters that are not as known as for a lot of people, or comic books, or even characters that have had their own books,
mm-hmm.
I think they could take that route. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So last one, and this one will very very quick because it was actually a choice, and I'm pleasing Angelo right here. So it's Jocasta New right here.
the librarian.
The librarian. And the reason why I added this So just so you know, Angelo, the reason why I added this was because it did make sense.
Mm-hmm.
It did make sense.
And she's
Yes,
also tied
indeed.
into Ahsoka Tano.
Yes, she. She's just tied in because she had an episode with her.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's they're in the same
Oh yeah,
Clone Wars, same
yeah,
universe.
same universe. But
Yeah.
and the fact is, I do think it might be her as well, because just before, as you said, Angelo, she actually took and wanted to save some relics from the Jedi library, and she might have taken a holocron. You never know. Uh, we also see in canon in the books. I haven't read it in the comic books where she faces um, a, inquisitor, an inquisitor
Mm.
from Darth Vader, and it
Nice.
was actually the inquisitor. If you didn't know, Ash, please correct me if I'm
Fallen Order.
wrong. What?
Fallen Order.
No, 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 no,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
no. This is gonna be something for
I'm
you.
listening.
Her
Yeah.
apprentice is the one that faces her.
What? Oh, her
Yeah,
apprentice. I was like, yeah,
her
well, who is
apprentice.
it?
Yeah, her apprentice. You know who her apprentice? Well, I'm gonna look for a picture. Right here. I think it was. I don't know if it was her apprentice name
Look,
or somebody that
Angelo
she.
says
Oh, here
that
we go. Here is
the
the.
thing with the thing with Mara Jade is that you can make a love story for Luke 2 and not have him be like an old bitter man like in the last movies. But she is dead. She was killed by Disney canon. She could smuggle Grogu, but she was killed by Disney. Jesus. Mara Jade or Jocasta?
Wow.
I don't think it's Jocasta. She said historian, great theory. Yes. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
looking for
Jocasta.
the
He says
picture that.
Jocasta was killed off by Disney. So
Don't you? No, but not. I got it. I got it. I got it. Here's the thing. I'm gonna show you because I did see the comic book. It was just a while back that I didn't even see. You didn't. Why would you want Jedi to? Oh, I know where. Okay, 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 okay. Here's it. Sorry, guys. I found it. I didn't read it completely, but she was about to get killed. It probably is a different slide of the comic book that I didn't see. But here we go. I actually have it. Let's see. I'm going about to put it on just a quick second. Sorry, guys. Desktop. Ah! Sorry, I got it right here. No, please let me do it. Let me put it. Oh, it doesn't let me. Let me see if can I open this. I'm going to. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my window.
you can share the screen.
We can share the window. We can share the screen. All right. So let me take this away. Oops, not that. Not that either. Jeez.
You have to go to
Sorry,
overlay
guys.
if you're trying to take
There
a
we go.
picture.
There you go. I'm trying to share. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, we got it. Tab here.
Sorry about the music.
There we go.
The music.
Yeah. So here we go.
Can you zoom in on that?
Can I zoom in? Oh my gosh. Can I zoom in on this? Okay, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it for you guys, and I'll tell you what it says from top to bottom. At the top, it says, "You do not wish it. Why would you want a Jedi to live?" So the Inquisitor that is painted in white up top, like his face, he was trying to kill Jocasta, which is, I believe, that was her apprentice at one point. And Vader is the one that stops the saber from him. Yeah, from him killing her.
Nice.
And before she was about to get killed, you know what she was saying, Ash?
What?
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Oh, sweet.
She was saying that she was about to die. Now, yes. And then, okay, so what it says on the bottom, it says, "I know where my loyalty lies, Vader, but I do not really know at all. Perhaps you should deactivate your lightsaber first." as I sign off trust, as a sign of trust. And Vader goes ahead and says, I do not require your trust, Grand Inquisitor, only your obedience. And then she was about to do something right there. So if you guys want to look this up, what happens afterwards, I definitely encourage you to look that up. But yeah, this is her alive. She was going back into the library to actually get more, Jedi relics and to try and protect the the sacred. She's more than librarian. She's a historian. Great theory. Yeah, yeah, she is. Thank you for that, Ashton, and great theory. Thank you as well. Yeah, she's more than a librarian. She's a historian. Yes, she is. She knows extreme events that have happened in history. So you can see how old she is. So she carries about immense knowledge about what's happened before and prior, after. So you never know. She might come back as a very, very old lady. She might be the one to, teach Grogu the ways of the Force. She might even know him, and we don't know. Yeah.
So based on all of the things that we've said, I would say maybe I'm between Ezra, Mace Windu, and Jocasta. So in that order.
Yeah.
In that order for me. So I'm sorry, Cal. I love you, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Cal is out of the question.
Sorry, me quedo con la gana. That's fine.
Yeah, he's not gonna be there. Yeah. So yes, I'm going. I'm Angelo. I'm tied with Jocasta, if she's still alive, but apparently Disney killed her off from what he's saying. But if that's the case, my number one pick is Mace Windu. Mace Windu is probably the Jedi that's going to answer the call.
Nice. Okay, but the question is, do you think we'll see that on the next episode, or will that be like a season finale kind of thing? Because we only have 3 episodes left.
I think it would be season finale because remember, we still have the plot of damn, I'm so bad with names, guys. I'm super bad. The general. Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon. Yes. Yeah. We still have the plot of Moff Gideon about to create his army and still needing Baby Yoda to extract more blood to continue.
Which they say, Ozzy had a great theory on our YouTube channel. He said that he thinks that those experiments ended up being Snoke.
It could have been. It could be because maybe the Emperor at this point right now, he's not dead, but he's recovering. And this is him already speaking to whomever he's probably speaking to. It could be Thrawn, it could be Moff Gideon, and we don't know. It could literally be a moment where the Emperor is actually sending communications through something, through someone, that you're going to start these experiments. This is what you're going to do. And then I'll take him later on to his own home planet where he had to go on the final episode, being the movie of Star Wars Episode 9. Yeah. So we don't know. We honestly don't know. It could be. There's great theories. And that's what I love about Star Wars. You can theorize about almost everything. You can theorize about everything. And someone in this world could get it right. And a billion could get it wrong, and then he could get pissed. That's the thing.
Like
you need to come to peace with their theory not coming through. Not coming true. So guys, again, Mace Windu is my call. That's the one that's going to answer the call, in my opinion. If it's a new Jedi, that'd be great. If it's Obi-Wan, wow, but he's dead, so it's not him.
Wow, look at this.
And let's see. So after that part, she is unable to stop Vader accessing the information of the kids. She was being transported, and she spills Vader's identity to the stormtroopers. At that moment, Vader kills all the troopers to keep the secret. In that moment, he seems to kill her with the saber. Oh, so he mistakenly killed her because he didn't want to kill her, but yeah, because it seems that Vader killed her with the saber. Either it was an accident and he meant to kill all the troopers and keep her alive. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna look that
crazy.
Up. See, that's crazy.
That's
She's
crazy.
probably dead. if that is he doesn't
Yeah,
kill her because she
she
knows
knows the
the secret.
secret. He wouldn't let her live, knowing that she found out that he was Anakin Skywalker. So
No. Vader does not kill her because she knows the secret. But this comic seems to show a better side to Vader. Here's the thing: the comics do show a better side of Vader. The problem with this is that I think he's because he is so far in. He says there's no reason for him to let go of what he's already done because he lost everything. But every chance he gets to make something right, he will. But he already knows that he is so powerful that nobody can overthrow him. So I think
yeah.
that's why I think Vader is such a great, interesting story. I think it already went through, but I think if they make a TV show of Vader on Disney Plus alone,
Mhm.
I think it would blow up because it would really show the side of struggle of Vader between those years, and even through when while he was going through when he met his son, because there's a lot of comic books that actually show the canon
Yeah.
of Vader since he became that up
Mhm.
until New Hope, which is when Luke Skywalker comes into the picture. But
Yeah.
man, we can keep talking all night about this. Wow,
Yeah, man.
this is super awesome.
Yeah,
I love
man.
this. Is, I am inclined to do another episode like this. uh
Like a discussion one.
Yeah, baby, we'll see. It's no promises, but this was so big that look at what we ended up doing.
Yeah, if the next episode is as big as this one, then maybe we'll
We'll
do a
probably do
live,
the same
another
thing.
live. It depends
Yeah.
on the episode.
El cómic muestra que la intención de Vader
Oh,
es
okay.
matar. Ah, okay. Either way, either way, el cómic, if the comic y la última toma de ella es con el color rojo reflejando. Okay,
Okay.
so it
So it
looks
leaves
like
it
he.
so it leaves it up to okay, so it leaves it up to your interpretation.
Okay.
Come again,
Okay.
maybe she's alive, maybe she's not alive. We don't know. If she appears
Okay.
in the Mandalorian, then she's alive.
Yeah. And we see that
So,
Vader actually let her go.
yep.
And
Oh,
probably he said,
that's gonna be interesting.
yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
And we could say like probably create the conversation where Vader said, just go out of the outer rim, never come back, hide, do not use your powers ever. But that's why I think Vader is so interesting, even after becoming who he was, because we see his struggle. And that's why Clone Wars, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, listen, that's why Clone Wars and Rebels TV show is very important for you to
I
watch
agree.
so that you can understand a little bit more of what Vader really is.
Mm-hmm.
We know he's Anakin, but is he completely in the dark side? Or
Yeah.
is he smarter than he look, where he says there's no choice because if all Jedi are dead, I cannot go against the Empire, my master, and just simply say we're done because there are other followers of the Emperor more than Vader. And the
Mm-hmm.
Emperor has spies. The Emperor is strong. The Emperor has been
Yeah.
plotting all this for so long that the reason why he kills the Emperor in episode 6 with Luke in front of him is because he said, this is my son. You know what? If I'm about to die, I'm about to die saving my son, and that's it. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
done. But there's so
But I
many
want to
years
say too,
prior to that.
but I want to say too that not I have always believed that Vader, bad as
Yeah.
self, is in Revenge of the Sith. After that, he seems to be better. Yeah, I agree. But I have to say also, not to compare the characters, but I think that what Kylo Ren
Mhm.
accomplishes at the end of Rise of the Skywalker, I think that's what Darth Vader always wanted to accomplish in some way, shape, or form. But Kylo Ren was the one who
Yeah.
ultimately did it. And I think, in my opinion, out of the last movies that came out, I think Kylo Ren is the best character because he has the most consistent arc and he has a great
Out of the
ending. He has a
out of
great
the
ending.
3 movies that came out, you mean?
Yeah, of the last ones, the
Okay,
ones with
yeah.
Rey.
Yes,
So
yes,
episode
definitely.
8, 9, and 10, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
episode 7, 8, and 9.
Oh, sorry, 7, 8, and 9. But
Yes,
I do believe that Kylo
but
Ren accomplished what Darth Vader always wanted to accomplish in the end. You know.
yeah, and I agree with you because the thing is with Kylo, Kylo turned to the dark side because of an impulse from Luke, and
Mm-hmm.
not only that, like Solo wasn't the perfect father. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was not present as he should have been, and then Luke failed him, thinking that he was going to turn to the dark side, but he didn't trust on his own teachings. He was just getting images implanted by Darth Sidious, which he was still
Mm-hmm.
alive. So he got
Yep.
fooled into thinking that Ben was going to turn to the dark side rather than him being the one that pushed Ben, turning Kylo into the dark side because of the choice. And like Ben seeing that his family is turning against him, the one that he trusted, the one that he looked up to, the one that he admired,
Mm-hmm.
which was Luke, like the son of the
Yeah.
chosen one. Then he turned towards the chosen one, which was the image of Vader, but he didn't know how Anakin was before he became that, and what
Mm-hmm.
he did in the last moments of his dying breath, which was saving
Yeah.
his son Luke. So that's why I think, and you're completely right, that's why I think the best arc is not even Rey, it's not
He's not even close. Rey, Finn, or Poe. They're not
Finn
even
or
close.
Poe. It would have been great with Finn, but either way, but it
Finn had
was,
so much. He had such a potential to have a great arc, but they messed it up. But that's a
yeah.
whole nother. I can't talk about that. So
Yeah, but that's why I think, and you're right. That's why I think Ben Skywalker
Mhm.
is Ben Solo. Pretty much, it's Ben Solo.
Yeah.
Ben Solo's arc is the best arc out of the last 3 movies that came out.
I agree.
Any final thoughts you got before we end this?
No, I gotta say that for me, I'm loving season 2 of The Mandalorian. We only have 3 episodes left, and I think it's been. I know some people feel that some episodes have been fillers, but for me, every single episode has contributed to the story in
Yes,
some way, shape, or
I agree.
form, whether it's big or whether it's small. And I really think that I find that this season has been better than the first one, in my opinion. And now that they're introducing the whole Clone Wars gimmick and the Rebels characters, mixing that storyline with the Mandalorian, so they can tie it up into season 3, which will probably be a whole other, different and new thing. I'm really enjoying this season, and I did say that in one of my reviews, I did say that after episode 4, episode 5 was going to be where the epicness started, and it started with Ahsoka Tano. So I think the last 3 episodes are going to be fantastic. And do you think we're going to see the death of Tano in live action? That's an interesting question. I think it depends on how the story's developed.
It's too soon to tell.
Yeah.
It's too soon to tell because for them to present Ahsoka Tano, they already have plans for her. And it's probably gonna be a lot of things that they have planned for her. So for them to destroy a character on screen, or maybe too soon, I don't think so. Maybe probably in 10 years that might happen, or it might not even happen at all. But I'm leaning more towards I don't think so. No, because
for now.
For now, I don't think so. It could happen. I'm not, and
the
death of
Baby
Yoda. No, heck, no.
I think that if that happens, the Mandalorian is over.
The Mandalorian is over. If they kill Baby Yoda, if they kill Grogu, if they kill Grogu, the Mandalorian is done. The Mandalorian would have been fine without Baby Yoda existing, but because Grogu is in it, now it's a tag team. It's not just the Mandalorian, or it's not because Baby Yoda. It's a tag team. But I truly believe that the Mandalorian and Grogu, I think Grogu can't survive without the Mandalorian, in the aspect where there's probably, let's say, 2 more seasons of this, and the Mandalorian dies, and somebody else takes care of him. Let's say a Jedi that we know, or somebody that we know, it can survive. That aspect can survive, and that could be the push for Grogu to become more than what he is, or we don't know. But
wow. So he says Snoke became powerful, but then he says, what if at the end of the series he is captured? Which I have a feeling that that might happen, because remember, guys, there is a tracker on the Mando ship from the Empire, and at the end is the scene of Snoke rising to power. That would be very interesting. And I think that if they do that, and if they do it right, maybe it'll justify what Snoke was, because I never understood what he was. Because again, who understands Return of the Jedi? Is it Return of the Jedi? The Last Jedi? Sorry, The Last Jedi.
the Force Awakens. The Force Awakens.
No. The second one.
The second one
Force
to
Awakens, The Last Jedi, right?
The Last
Rise of
Jedi.
Skywalker.
The Last Jedi.
Return of the Jedi was the original one. So my bad, I get them mixed up. But yeah, who can exactly? You can retcon better the power of Snoke. Yeah, because I didn't understand the whole gimmick with Snoke when I saw The Last Jedi. So
yeah, we already saw that he became a clone. He was a clone. He was produced from something. Now, maybe he was a perfect no, he was not perfect. He wasn't a perfect clone, because from what we saw in the experiments that he was running, like Palpatine, Sidious, there were more faces of Snoke as he was. So I'll tell you something. I think he gets captured, but I think he doesn't die. I think he gets captured. A little bit more blood gets extracted, and that's how it happens. Or they get the blood extracted from a different Jedi, a different powerful Jedi. Maybe it is Mace Windu that dies and appears and dies protecting.
Sacrifices himself. Yeah.
Grogu sacrifices himself, and that was the theory that people were running, that maybe Snoke was Mace
Windu.
And
that was a theory?
That was a theory, that Snoke was Mace Windu when the movies it came out at first. So maybe that blood was extracted from Mace Windu to create a probably more powerful Jedi, or an even enough powerful Jedi for him to be, real. I'm going with the death with the death of Grogu. That's fine.
I know. Yes. I guess we'll see. I think he might be captured by the end of the season. Yeah. Pero it'll probably be season. Maybe. I can't wait.
If he's captured, or there's a battle at the end, the battle has to be Ahsoka coming back, bo-katan protecting.
Oh yeah.
And the Mandalorians actually recover Mandalore, so that they could start their own base of operations and fight this. And maybe that's how the Resistance starts to become a thing. We don't know.
He says that he thinks that he's missing Game of Thrones too much, because everybody died in that show.
Yeah, like everybody died.
Well, I saw Game of Thrones until season 5. I haven't been interested to go back and finish it. So,
yeah.
I was never into that show. Like, no. Sorry.
Anyways, final words before we go?
No, that's all that I have. Yes, I love The Mandalorian. I love Star Wars. I like the direction that they're going in. So I'm excited for the Star Wars future in the Disney world. So
fantastic.
That's all, folks.
So thank you guys for joining us. It's been great. It was a great discussion. Thank you for chiming in. We were very excited on this topic because of what transpired. Now we're getting to see these well-known characters jump back into the Star Wars universe, not prioritizing the Skywalker saga, but something that has been entanglement with Skywalker and the series Rebels. So it's amazing. Thank you guys for joining. And Ash Downs and Michaela.
I said I'm going to download it and I'm going to mandar el recibo.
Por ahí va, por ahí va.
Por ahí voy.
But yeah, guys, you can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube under the Legacy Universe. On Instagram, we're posting every update that we have, and when we're ready to actually do a live, spontaneous Twitch stream like today, and on Facebook as well. On YouTube, we have reactions of videos of anything that we can get our hands on. We have reviews that we download. Unlike this one was so special that we literally had to talk about it, just like we talked about the finale of Supernatural. But yeah, we do a lot of stuff. I play games. We put DSA videos on it. It's the Disney Sources Arena. But yeah,
by the way, if you guys are fans of DSA, Disney Sources Arena, you should check out the latest videos because the Beauty and the Beast team is out. My dream comes true in that game. So John has 2 videos on the characters, and he also has offer reviews.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for always being here. Cheers.
Cheers. Hey.
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 Vacío, pero está bien. Dale. But yeah, you should definitely check those out on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Also, guys, every Friday, we are under the Facebook of Puerto Rico Comic Con. We have a show there called Reload. It's every Friday at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. In Puerto Rico. It is a show where we do the same thing we do on our TLU News every Wednesday in English, but this one is in Spanish. We talk about games, movies, any news that has to do with the entertainment business. We talk about it in Spanish every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time. So join us right there. Anything you want to add on, Ash?
Yeah, I wanted to say that. So today, I'm not going to do the Unskilled Gamer because we did the special. And just to stay tuned to our schedule section here on Twitch and our social media, because there is a possibility that we might do TLU News on Thursday rather than Wednesday. So we'll keep you guys updated on that, and we'll be back also on Saturday with John, the Skilled Gamer. Last Saturday we had a lot of fun.
We gotta download the Skill Gamer thing. I've not been showing up lately.
I am thinking about adding a question mark to his section, so we will see. It's gonna be the Skilled Gamer.
We're gonna do. Are you sure you're skilled? Because something's happening right there.
On Saturday, we had a lot of fun on Saturday because we actually merged 2 games. So we were playing John was playing Watch Dogs for an hour, and then he jumped into Apex Legends. So we might do something like that on Saturday, and then next Monday I'm gonna come back with my section, the Unskilled Gamer. I might be playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order in celebration of Mando Mondays because I love that game, and I don't remember if I suck, but I'm probably gonna play it. I'm probably gonna play it.
Probably not.
We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We love you all. Remember that you guys are our legacy. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys around. Take care.
It was fantastic. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Please stay safe. Wear your mask, and have a great day.
And finally, this is the way.
This is the way. This way.